Welcome to your Spring 2015 Mandatory Advising Session. Now that you've started your first semester at BHCC as a new or transfer student, we want you to know more information on how you can be most successful throughout your journey here. There's a lot of information that you'll need to know while at BHCC, so we want to help by going over some of the basics with you today. During the beginning of each semester, it is important that you're aware of the 5 steps listed on the screen. First, we want you to check your Bunker Hill email every day or as much as possible, since the college will communicate with you mostly via email. Please also note that you should always use your BHCC email address when emailing anyone from the college. Remember that important updates on activities or things going on campus will be sent to your Bunker Hill email address. Second, you want to have your books for every class to ensure that you're able to stay on track with readings and assignments. The TAP, or Textbook Assistance Program, is a program run through the Student Activities Office. You can bring your schedule to D106H 2 weeks before the start of the semester to see if they have a book you can borrow. This is a great way to save money and use resources on campus. Third, attendance in class is a key component to your academic success. If for some reason you are unable to attend a class, you should email or call your professor right away to let them know. Fourth, you want to make sure that you read and understand your syllabus for every class. Your syllabus will give you your instructor's contact information and detail your assignments and expectations for the semester. If you have any questions about your syllabus for a class, please be sure to check with your professor. Fifth, you want to make sure that you get to know your instructors. You could visit them during their office hours or email questions you have about their class. It is important that you develop a close relationship with at least 2 to 3 faculty members while at BHCC that you could use as a reference or ask for recommendation letters when you're applying for jobs or you're ready to do the transfer process to another college or university. While at BHCC, you'll be assigned to an advisor or department based on your program of study or your enrollment in a particular class. If you are enrolled in a Learning Community Seminar, your faculty member and success coach will serve as your academic advisor for this semester. If you are enrolled in a specific program that does advising within that department, you will be assigned to that department for all of your advising needs. If you are in any of the English as a Second Language, or ESL courses, you will be assigned to the Assessment Center for your advising. The Assessment Center is located in B118. If you are a General Concentration major, you'll be able to see an advisor in LifeMap Commons through the Advising Office. The LifeMap Commons is located in E235. Please check your email, as we'll let you know when the academic advisor assignments have been made, typically 6 to 8 weeks after the start of the semester. Your academic advisor will help you plan your courses for the summer and/or fall upcoming semesters. Your advisor assignments can also be found on your My BHCC or portal accounts, and I will show you where to find those at the end of this presentation. We want you to start thinking about your choice of major to try and ensure that the classes you are taking count towards your chosen program of study. If you'd like to change your major, you should visit with the Advising Office in E235 to speak with an academic advisor about why you are planning to change your program of study. You may also like to speak to a career counselor before making your decision to ensure that your academic goals align with your career goals. Once you've officially made your decision, you'll complete a change of major form with an advisor, and your major will be officially changed within 2 to 3 weeks. Students who wish to apply to selected programs, such as the nursing program or the electrical power and utility program, wouldn't need to complete a change of major form. Once you apply to the program and you get accepted, your major will be automatically changed in the system for that particular selected program. The Career Services Office plays a major role in helping students select a major, create their resume, prepare for internships and job placement, and much more. The Career Office offers multiple workshops each week on topics such as choosing a major, writing your resume, and interview preparation. If you are unsure what major or career path is a good choice for you, you should visit the Career Center and complete some vocational assessments to start the exploration process. Don't wait until your last semester to visit with the Career Services area. It's never too early to visit them. Just like you should be planning ahead for your careers and majors, we also want you to plan ahead for the transfer process. The Transfer Affairs Office works with students who have come to Bunker Hill from a previous institution to evaluate prior college transfer credit. They also help inform students about the transfer process out of Bunker Hill and offer workshops such as the mass transfer, the common application process, the transfer out process, and writing your application essay. Each semester, they also host a college transfer fair where colleges and university representatives come to the campus so you can explore your future educational options. Be sure to check the Bunker Hill Community College calendar on our homepage for the most up-to-date list of transfer events and workshops. Now that we've gone over your academic assignments for your advisor, your transfer affairs, career services, and changing your major, we're going to switch gears to start to talk about your academic record or your transcript. Your transcript at Bunker Hill Community College is a permanent record, so we want you to understand what that means, and we want you to try to avoid certain grades on your transcript if possible. On the chart on the screen, you can see that some of the grades you may want to avoid are Fs, which is a failing grade, Ws, which means that you withdrew from a class or the college, NA, which means non-attendance, and an IP, which means in progress, meaning that your semester has been extended by your instructor. From the chart, you'll see that all of these grades affect your completion rate, which we'll discuss in just a little bit, and you also wouldn't get any of your money back for those courses. If you paid for those courses with financial aid, you should double check with the financial aid office to see about your status of owing money back. You'll see that the only grade that affects your grade point average, or your GPA, is an F. Please note that the last day to withdraw from a course is April 9th, 2015, and the last day to withdraw from the college is May 7th, 2015. A withdrawal from the college means that you take yourself out of all of the classes you're enrolled in for the spring 2015 semester. To remain in good academic standing or satisfactory academic progress, you need to have a cumulative completion rate of at least 66% and a minimum cumulative GPA. Completion rate and GPA are counted once you've attempted 12 credits. The minimum grade point average depends on the number of credits you've attempted. If you've attempted less than 12 credits, there is no minimum grade point average required. If you've attempted between 12 and 30 credits, you need a minimum GPA of a 1.79 or higher, and if you've attempted 31 or more credits, you need a 2.0 GPA or higher. A 2.0 GPA is required for graduation. If your completion rate or GPA fall below the requirement, you'll be placed on academic probation. Academic probation limits you to take 10 credits or less in the next semester. To calculate your completion rate, which remember needs to be 66% or higher to remain in good academic standing, you take the number of credits you've completed with a grade of D or higher and divide that by the number of credits you've attempted. Let's take a look at an example. This student successfully completed 6 credits. They received an A in their Learning Community Seminar and they earned a B in their psychology class. They were not successful in completing their English 111 or their Statistics Math 181 as they had to withdraw from those classes. From this example, you'll see that the student completed 6 credits successfully, but they attempted 12. Their completion rate is 50%. That completion rate will be too low, resulting in the student being placed on academic probation. Remember, your completion rate is cumulative, meaning all of your courses attempted are calculated into your overall completion rate, not just semester by semester. There are many ways that you can calculate your grade point average or your GPA. The first way to calculate your GPA uses quality points. You'll see an example on the screen. First, you determine what grade you received in each class and the number of credits for that class. You can get the quality points for each class from the chart listed on the screen below on a 4.0 scale. If you took English 111 and you got a C, you received a 2.0, based on the chart on the bottom left. What you do is you take the 2.0 times the 3 credits for the course to get 6 earned quality points. Once you do this for all of your classes, you add up the total quality points earned. In this example, it would be 36, divided by the number of credits attempted to get a 3.0 GPA or a B average. A shorter calculation is to add up the quality points based on your grades and divide by the number of classes you attempted that semester. In the same example, the total would be 12 quality points divided by 4 classes to get a 3.0 or a B average. Remember, GPA is also cumulative, meaning you take the average of all credits attempted at Bunker Hill Community College. Now that you know how to calculate GPA and completion rate, let's see if these students are on academic probation. Student number 1 is in their first semester. They attempted 6 credits. They received an A in their English class, but had to withdraw from their reading. Their GPA is a 4.0. Remember that W's don't calculate into your GPA, but their completion rate is 50%. Is student number 1 on academic probation? No, student number 1 is not on academic probation because they have not attempted 12 credits. Once the student attempts 12 credits, they do have the chance to be placed on academic probation if their completion rate does not increase above 66%. Student number 2 is also in their first semester. They received a D for their English 112 and their Business 101 classes. They received a C for their psychology, and they failed their computer class. Their GPA is a 1.0, but their completion rate is 75%. Remember, anything above a D counts as completion. Is student number 2 on academic probation? Yes, student number 2 is on academic probation because their GPA is too low. Once a student attempts between 12 to 30 credits, their GPA must be a 1.79 or higher. Their completion rate is fine since it's above 66%. Student number 3 is also in their first semester. They received 2 A's and 2 W's in a class, meaning they withdrew from 2 of their courses. They attempted 12 credits. They have a 4.0 GPA and a 50% completion rate. Is student number 3 on academic probation? Yes, student number 3 is on academic probation because their completion rate is below 66%. Student number 4 is also in their first semester. Unfortunately, this student had to withdraw from all of their courses, which we call a withdrawal from the college. Their GPA doesn't yet exist because remember, W's don't count into your GPA, but their completion rate is 0%, meaning they completed 0 of the courses that they attempted. Is this student on academic probation? Yes, student number 4 is on academic probation because their completion rate is below 66%. From student number 2, 3, and 4, you can see that academic probation can look very different depending on the student's transcript. In order to check your grades every semester, you can check online. All of your grades will be posted on your MyBHCC and your portal accounts. We won't be mailing you a report card or your grades. They'll only be found online. From the screen, you can see that under your academic profile in your MyBHCC account, you can look at your grades, your transcript, or your program evaluation in order to see how you've done each semester. Grades for the semester are typically posted within 3 to 4 days after your final exams. Midterm morning grades are given by professors in the 7th week of the semester. When you check your grades at week 7 on your MyBHCC or portal account, any midterm morning grades will appear. These grades are not part of your permanent transcript, but their purpose is to give you a warning that you may not be passing a class due to unsatisfactory coursework or attendance issues thus far in the semester. If you receive a grade of D or F, that means that your coursework thus far has been unsatisfactory. If you receive a grade of FX, you're not passing due to attendance issues. If you receive a warning grade, you should reach out to your professor right away to discuss how to get back on track for that class. There are many steps you can take and tools that you can use to work toward academic success at Bunker Hill Community College. Here are just a few examples. Let's talk about the first one, finish what you start. We want you to try and be as realistic as possible about how many courses you can successfully complete each semester, remembering that one course, typically a 3-credit course, is between 10 to 12 hours per week. We want you to think about what other priorities you have outside of school to ensure that you have enough time to get all of your priorities completed. The second is very important. We want you to know that you can ask for help as early and often as you need it, as it can make all the difference. Know your strengths and understand your challenges. Recognizing your strengths and your challenges can help you better prepare for the semester and utilize the appropriate resources to support your strengths as well as to support your challenges. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember that taking it slow and doing well can lead toward academic success. Don't feel like you have to rush just to get it all done. The last is to know that you can succeed. We want you to know that you took the first step in your success by enrolling in Bunker Hill Community College, and we want you to believe in your ability to be academically successful. Let's talk about registration for the upcoming summer and fall 2015 semesters. April is when the summer and fall registration begins. Summer 2015 registration will start on Tuesday, April 7th. Payment is due the day that you register for summer classes. That's a payment in full. Fall 2015 registration begins on Wednesday, April 8th, and payment is due by July 1st. If you are planning to use financial aid funds for your fall classes, try to file your taxes and update your FAFSA or your free application for federal student aid by the first financial aid priority deadline, which is May 1st, to ensure that you get all of the funds available to you for the fall and spring semester of next year. If you received financial aid for this past academic semester for fall 2014 or spring 2015, please check with the financial aid office to see if you have any summer funds available. There is a priority window of 2 weeks for students who complete their mandatory advising session. Once you complete this session and you answer the questions at the end, a hold will be lifted from your account, allowing you to register on the first day of summer and fall registration. It is important that you meet with your advisor or attend an educational planning workshop to confirm that you are on the right track in scheduling courses for the summer and/or fall that fit into your program. In order to understand your academic pathway, there are many things you can do. The first is you could attend our Steps to Success workshops. These workshops are about an hour long, and they cover anything from study skills to time management, stress management, as well as educational planning. It is important that you understand your program requirements and how to read your program evaluation. This is to ensure that you take classes that count towards your program of study and that you're not taking classes that wouldn't be counted. We also want you to make sure that you see an advisor and attend all group advising sessions offered for your program, not only to understand your program requirements, but to make sure that you've chosen the right academic or career path for you. On the screen is a reminder of our English and Reading and Math developmental and college level sequence. It is important that you develop a plan with your advisor to start and finish these sequences, as most of the courses are prerequisites for others at the college, and these courses are foundational, meaning they build on each other to get you to your college level readiness. Remember, a prerequisite is a course or courses you need to complete before taking a class. Most courses at Bunker Hill Community College have prerequisites, so it's a good idea for you to meet with your advisor and talk about which prerequisites you need to complete right away. We want you to remember that Bunker Hill Community College cares about your success. We want to make sure that you not only know about the resources that are available to you, but also that you use them. Let's go over some of the resources on the screen. The tutoring services on campus are absolutely free to students. There are 4 tutoring services listed on the screen. The first is the TASK, the Tutoring and Academic Support Center, where you can do subject-based tutoring, as well as appointments for English tutoring and walk-in math tutoring. The Writing Place is where you can schedule writing tutoring appointments. The Math Space is where you can work on any of your developmental math courses. There is computers available where you can work on your My Math Lab as well as meet with tutors individually or in group sessions. And the Language Lab is for students who are English as a second language learners that can receive tutoring or students who are taking a foreign language at the college. The Steps to Success workshops we talked about earlier, but it's important that you know that these workshops are all different topics to help you continue to develop your strengths or work on some challenging areas. Single Stop is an office that connects students to state and federal financial resources and local community resources. They also host a monthly food pantry right here on campus. The Library Commons is a great place to go, not only to check out books for research papers or look up research articles, but to find a quiet place to study or meet with students on campus to work on group projects. The TAP program, or the Textbook Assistance Program, is run through the Student Activities Office in D106H, where you can rent one textbook per semester as long as they have them available. Your ACE mentors and your peer mentors are student mentors at Bunker Hill who are here to help you in your educational endeavors. Now that we've gone over everything, let's take a minute and go to the Bunker Hill homepage so I can show you where to find some of this information that we discussed today. On the Bunker Hill homepage, I want you to note that there is an academic calendar listed on the bottom right-hand side of the screen with all the updates that are happening or events and activities on campus. To view a full list of events for the entirety of the semester, you can click on View Full List of Events to see what's happening for each month of the semester. Here, if you scroll down, you can see all of the events that are happening for the month of March. Maybe you're curious what's going on in May. You can go to the Next Month tab and see what's happening in April and or May, and you can go as far as you need to. It's important that you check the calendar for the most up-to-date list of activities and events going on campus to take part in the college community. Now let's log into MyBHCC to see where we can find your academic advisor assignments. Once logged in, you click on the Students tab, and on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you will see My Profile under Academic Profile. If you click on My Profile, you will see your advisor assignment as long as it's been made. You'll notice here it says Advisor Name, None Specified. That means that my advisor has not yet been assigned, but as soon as it is, I will get an email stating that my advisor assignments have been completed. Let's go back to the Students menu and I can show you where to find your grades. Again, under Academic Profile, you could either look at grades, grade point average by term, transcript, or program evaluation to see how you've done each semester. If we go back to the Bunker Hill homepage, it's important that you understand that all of the information that you need to find are housed under these tabs at the top. Or you could search for things in the search bar. Let's say that I'm interested in a transfer workshop and I want to see when they're being offered. All I have to do is type in transfer fairs, and here I can see that we have a transfer office. I can click on that link and I'll see that all of the transfer workshops are listed here on the right. All I have to do is click on this and I can get a PDF version of when those transfer workshops are being offered so that I can plan ahead in order to know when I should be attending.